Will the Nuggets extend one of their key starters? This is your Denver Sports Daily for May 27th.
The biggest stories, the latest news. It's Denver Sports Daily.
Welcome back. I hope everybody had a great Memorial Day. There's some big stuff going on with the Nuggets. This offseason is going to be a huge one. It needs to be one of the biggest off seasons in Nuggets history. And Christian Braun is the guy that we're talking about today. He's improved greatly, especially this year, stepping into his starting role and filling it perfectly. And now he could be getting a big payday for what he did. Now, Braun's on a $5 million rookie contract that ends next summer, but a few NBA insiders believe that he's going to be getting an extension soon. Now, ESPN's NBA front office insider Bobby Marks spoke on a possible extension, saying, extension candidate to watch, Christian Braun certainly has helped himself. You can check the boxes off. He should get paid. Last season, Braun was insane. He was great. He was the guy that nobody really expected to step into the role that he's in right now. I didn't. I didn't at all. I didn't like the way Christian Braun can't shoot. He wasn't doing anything outside of the three-point line for the Nuggets before this past season. But then he came in and started averaging 15.4 points per game, 5.2 rebounds per game, and 2.6 assists per game. Those are comparable to a KCP, to a Reggie Jackson, who also stepped into that role sometimes. That's comparable. Those are good numbers that you want from your shooting guard, who was a rookie a few years ago. And then, now he's got this starting job that he has to prove that he deserves. Now, what he really did, and what really stands out, is that he was fourth in most improved player voting. He was really good at, his jump from where he was a season before to where he is now. He had 8 points per game, an increase of 8 points per game, 1.5 rebounds per game increase, and 1 assist per game increase from 2024. He improved by 8 points per game from the year before. That's a great number to be. That should honestly win you most improved player. I get Dyson Daniels won it, but hey, top 4 is a hard task. But top 4 for a guy who's averaging 8 more points per game than he was the season prior, he's got to be top 2. That's the conversation to be had there. Now, while Christian Braun definitely deserves a big extension, deserves it, definitely, it's tricky to gauge how much he'll get. Now, the Nuggets are going to have a tough time maneuvering this offseason because, you got other players, other free agents. Russell Westbrook's a player option. Dario Saric is a player option. Get him out of here. Bye-bye, Dario Saric. Didn't do anything for us this season. But then Payton Watson, that's another restricted free agent next season. So they've got dibs on him too. What are they going to do with Payton Watson and Christian Braun? They both deserve to stay. They both need to. The last person I want to see gone off this team is Payton Watson. I love that guy. I think he's got one of the highest ceilings on this bench of the young players on the Nuggets team. Payton Watson is up there with the highest ceilings. So it's going to be very tough to maneuver and see who they should keep, who they should let go. It's going to be a crazy offseason. It's going to be huge. And just starting with this, extending Christian Braun, that would be a good thing to check off the box. Need to get that done. We'll see when it happens, but it should be happening very, very soon. Now, moving on, the Rockies pulled off, honestly, their most surprising win of the season. The Rockies are bad. Really, really, really bad. But somehow they pulled off a win against one of the best teams in MLB. Now, the Yankees came into Denver this weekend and were overwhelmed by a large number of Yankees fans visiting Coors Field. So many visiting fans that it felt like an away game for the Rockies. And that should be the first sign to sell the team. But we already know that that's not going to happen. But there are multiple reasons for that. Now, Colorado was heading into their first game of the series on Friday with a record of 8-42. Nice, real nice. 8-42, tied for the worst record through 50 games in MLB history. Now, an 8-42 team going up against the Yankees, who are leading the AL East with a record of 33-20. The Rockies were against the wall, put in a corner, and against all odds, the Rockies were able to rally and win the game 3-2. And wins like this, as small as they are, I never thought that I'd be talking about singular wins for the Rockies or any baseball team. Singular wins don't matter in MLB. They don't. There's so many games to a season, you can't really talk about singular wins. But when you only have 9 in a season, it's kind of hard not to talk about the singular wins, the one wins you're getting at a time. And you think, though, honestly, going up against one of the best teams in the league. You're going up against Aaron Judge. These guys who are leading the AL East, leading the AL second there. A win like that should get you back on track, maybe let you lead to a few more wins. Nope, not really. Not really. You'd think they had the momentum. The Rockies took the field on Saturday and left with a 13-1 blowout loss to the Yankees, and then they were beat again on Sunday, 5-4, letting the Yankees win the series 2-1, and then they were beat again yesterday against the Cubs. They just continued to go down this path, a path that only few have gone down before, and that is the path to the worst team in history. With a record of 9-45, the Rockies are in a race with the 1899 Cleveland Spiders, who finished 20-134 for who will be the worst team in MLB history. 1899. That is the last time we got to talk about a team this bad. I mean, are you serious? Over 100 years ago, and not only 100 years ago, over 120 years ago, 25 years ago, it's bigger and bigger. There were Cowboys still. The Rockies didn't, like, this was not a thing. Like, I'm shocked to even be talking about this. Fun fact, the first time a car, like real car, automobile was driven in Denver was in 1899. That is the last time that we saw a Major League Baseball team this bad. And it's happening again. What do I even say? The fact that there is legitimate comparisons to be made is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. I'm so upset right now. It's not even funny. And it's getting to a point where it's like, just like, where do you start? I feel like anything that the Rockies can do would make them better than what they are now. Because there's nothing, they're not doing anything. That's the problem. They're not doing anything to make themselves better. And it's because of the fact that fans are still going to the games. You know, they're still getting paid. Dick Monfort is making money on this team. As bad as they are, he is making money because he built a bar at 5280 feet. That's what he did. He built the biggest bar in Denver and just has people come and sit outside and watch baseball. As bad as they are, come watch the other teams. That's what it is. There's no more rooting for the Rockies. There's rooting for the other teams happening at Coors Field. And it's just sad. It's just sad overall. Like, there's nothing more to say about it other than it's really sad that this is allowed by fans. We have a chance to stop this if we just stop going to the games. But people won't do that because it's the most fun bar in Denver. But that'll do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I will see you all tomorrow. Talking about some more stuff. We got Broncos, more and more Broncos coming up. The season creeps closer and closer. It's going to creep up much faster than people think. You know, we're only like a month and a half away from training camp. It is getting there, guys. We are almost in the swing of things. But we'll be talking about all that kind of stuff tomorrow. I will see you all then. Bye, y'all.